Hi, and welcome back to Introduction to SBOM, using software bills of materials for AppSec and compliance. Once again, I'm Darren Meyer, and I'll be your host. We're going to spend a little bit of time this session just reviewing all of the things that we've discussed over the duration of this course. Specifically, we talked about drivers for wanting to generate a software bill of materials. A lot of these are compliance-driven, whether those be with government focus on cybersecurity and national security, or individual contracts, either from some kind of compliance framework like PCI, or through customer third-party risks. Your customers asking for SBOMs as part of their risk, and you have to comply if you want to do business with them. There's also the document itself. So we discussed a couple of different common formats. There's the SPDX, of course, which is ancient and venerable, but the recommended CycloneDX and its sidecar format, the Vulnerability Exploitability Exchange, or VEX, and the importance of being able to manage these, scope them, and draw the borders around what counts as a software component. And we discussed a little bit about how this document is really a reflection of something broader, that is a software inventory. And that in order to have a good SBOM, you need a good software inventory, one that allows you to find all of your components, maintain itself with automation. So you want to get into how your software is developed. You want to get into your automation pipelines and things like that in your CI environments, so that your inventory matches what you are deploying to production, and that you strongly connect that SBOM plus VEX document to the specific versions of the software that they relate to, ideally by signing the pair of them. And of course, the ability to consume SBOMs to complete your software inventory, because not everything you have is something that you can scan or generate an SBOM from. You'll need to consume other people's documents and manage those as part of your inventory. And of course, speaking of inventory management, along with inventory management comes risk management. In order to produce this valuable VEX document, in order to communicate risk to your auditors, to your third-party programs across business units and so on, you need to be able to identify those risks accurately. Fortunately, many of the things that are going to scan your environment to produce a software inventory are also capable of identifying those risks that can go into a VEX. And of course, good tools and good practices in this environment will allow you to not only assess risk, but include that analysis data as part of your automation, so that when you're using your VEX document, you can use it to kind of convey your scope for compliance. You can say, this doesn't impact me, this doesn't count as a vulnerability, this isn't something that poses real risk to my environment, and you can annotate your assessment to shorten the discussion with compliance organizations and with your customers' third-party risk programs. So all of these are very great reasons to be informed about having an SBOM program and being able to generate SBOM and companion documents, to be able to use those to represent and control and manage risk in your organization, and be able to do it in a consistent and repeatable way. Thank you for spending time with us, and I really look forward to seeing you the next time that we discuss things in Lean AppSec. I'm looking forward to future courses on SBOMs, risk management, and software inventory. Have a great day.